we're back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some strange videos where TikTok gets creepy, TikTok gets bizarre, and of course my reactions are going to get real. If you guys enjoy this type of content and like these types of videos, don't forget to leave some comments, like this video, and obviously subscribe to my channel for more videos every week.
Because I don't think he's making it up. Before I play the video, there's context. So this mother and son are watching scenic relaxation videos. He suddenly starts crying because he has this really bizarre memory. A lot of people are saying that, oh, he's just dreaming or he has a vivid imagination. I don't believe any of that. About to play the video, but watch this part when he leans back and he like stares upward. It's almost like he's having some sort of vision.
What's wrong? What's wrong, buddy? Talk to me. What happened? Okay, what you're talking about? We passed away. Who passed away? What are you talking about, baby?
The river made us pass away.
The river did?
Yes,
The river made me and you pass away?
yes,
A long time ago?
yes. And now we're back.
Okay. And you got that from Scenic Relaxation and AK.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, we died. Is that what you said?
No, I passed away.
Okay.
No, we didn't do that. We just passed away.
In the river?
Yes.
Okay. And why do you feel like that?
Because I passed away in the river.
By yourself?
With you.
Oh, with me?
Yes.
I was with you?
I want to pass away again.
You are?
I want to again.
You want to again?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't want to be here.
You don't want to be here?
No.
Why? Why don't you want to be here?
I will come back soon.
You will come back soon?
I will come back here soon as...
Grace and honey, what are you talking about? Baby, you've got to calm down. And what made you say all that? What made you say that story?
It was a story.
It's not? It's not a story. Don't eat your boogers, buddy. We'll wipe them.
No. I want to eat boogers.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's not do that, okay?
Let's do that.
Does it make you feel better?
Yes.
Does it make you not want to pass away no more?
Yes.
Okay, let's not want to pass away no more, okay?
Why?
Because mommy would be so sad.
Did you want to pass away with me?
I will go anywhere with you, buddy.
Why?
Because I'll never leave you alone. Ever. I'm always going to be here for you, okay? Okay?
Will you pass away for me?
I sure would. I sure would, dude. I just don't understand what made you think of this. Buddy.
Something about the look in this kid's eyes. This is a memory. This is not like he dreamed this. What do you guys think?
That's crazy. Like, have you ever met kids or had a conversation with a kid before and you just be thinking like, oh my God, this kid has such an old soul. Like, I've had that happen. Also, a lot of people say that reincarnation is a thing. Like, for an example, I can have a child, say I have a son. People will say that my son is really my great grandfather reincarnated, if that makes sense. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave some comments. Let me know if you think reincarnation is a thing.
I'm gonna be the first one to tell y'all, we officially cooked, no rice and beans. Y'all heard that it's snowing in South Africa right now? I don't think y'all heard me clearly. Y'all heard it's snowing in South Africa right now? I know these animals woke up today confused out their mind. Like, yo, look at this giraffe? Like, we gotta relocate. Look at these lions. Like, where are we right now? We already passed the point of global warming. And the problem is, as a world, we're not gonna stop. As societies, we're not gonna stop. Everybody's still gonna be riding their cars, doing everything that they gotta do, using fuel in the wrong way. And this is the result of it. It's crazy to think that we really are ticking time bomb. And shit is not gonna change. It's a cycle that we're already in, and we in too deep already. Yo.
They're really messing with the weather.
You said that music, like, in terms of getting paid, it's like the biggest thing and owning all your art.
Yeah, because of that land, it's the mind industry that I chose to be a part of. So it's like I accept that I run with it, but don't be a dominant at the same time. You gotta understand they using me as entertainment. And this shit becomes self-destruction too. Because I ain't no entertainer. You know, some shit can be spoke on. Why? Man, but that shit is to be continued.
Is in terms of like
Every time it's changed, man.
95% of the population are reacting to life. They're not really living at all. Most people, they get a job, they look around, they see how everybody else is doing their work, and they start doing it the same way. They should stop and think, I wonder if any of these people know what they're doing.
The balance of the population have either very vague goals or no goals at all.
A man's environment is a merciless mirror of him as a human being.
If we used our body like we used our mind, we'd probably just move our little finger.
The slavery is not physical anymore, it's mental. The mind is but a magnet to what you want.
Who am I? Well, that's an interesting question. And I believe if a person will start to study that and look for the answer, they'll find it.
We become what we think about most of the time. And that's the strangest secret.
Remember, mercury is a living substance. It's just like water. And red mercury, when you put it in front of a mirror, you won't see the reflection. If you take mercury and you spin it in a circle like this, you create voltage. This is what, when you look at the old world buildings, the cathedrals, they had these orbs up on top of these cathedrals. Those orbs can contain mercury, and they're brass on the outside or gold on the outside. They're iron on the inside, and they got mercury in the center. And what would happen is if a lightning strikes or the bell would ring, you would get a spiral which would take place, and you got free electricity simply by just a little bit of mercury. Now, mercury in the mouth is a different story. What about red mercury? That's a great one. So red mercury is mercury mixed with iron oxide. Remember, mercury is a living substance. That's what it is. It's just like water. So when you mix mercury with iron, it'll actually put it together. It won't eat it, but it will put it together. And that's where the whole red mercury comes from. And red mercury, when you put it in front of a mirror, you won't see the reflection, which is really fascinating. It's invisible, is what's really cool. Now, if you take mercury and mix it with other metals, it will begin to eat them because it's a living substance.
I actually don't even know how to process this. I've been watching Candace Owens, and she's been deep diving into this insane conspiracy about the French president, and it's unreal. So here's the deal. Candace Owens believes, she knows that the French president is married to a trans woman. And not just any trans woman, but his own father. His father. I know that it sounds insane, but this woman has been researching for over a year to prove this. And if you don't feel like watching all the videos, I'm gonna break down the 3 major pieces of evidence that she has, but here's the backstory. Emmanuel Macron is the president of France, and his wife is Brigitte. She was allegedly a former school teacher. So here's evidence number 1. So Candace dug up old records and found that there's actually no trace of this woman, no birth certificate, nothing. And even her school years didn't add up. Students say they never heard of her records are missing, and there's zero trace of a young Brigitte. Which brings me to piece of evidence number 2, where things get even crazier. Candace found an old article from the 70s about Macron's father, talking about how he disappeared for a period of time only to return looking different. And old family photos show Macron's father at the time, after he reemerged after being gone, to have strange resemblance of Brigitte, Macron's current wife. But at that time, he was presenting as a man. Basically, the theory is this: Macron's father legally and physically transitioned into Brigitte, and then later they fell in love with their own son and married him. And because they're so powerful, the entire story was just wiped clean until now. And Candace Owens is just getting savage. She's not holding back at all. Meanwhile, Macron's team is just scrambling to do damage control. Reports even claim that the French press has been warned not to even touch this story. Honestly, I don't even know what to do with this information. My brain is freaking melting, because if this is true, if this is even half true, this would be one of the biggest political cover-ups in history. I am not okay.
Wow. So you mean to tell me that the French president is married to his dad, who is transgender? There's a lot going on, you guys. Do you guys think Candace Owens is onto something? Do you guys think this theory is true? Like, we're gonna have to take a deep dive into this, because that is crazy. That's crazy.
This is why his life was cut short.
People don't know. Rock and Tasiki dad name is Sean Malone. He's a politician in Baltimore City. He has a law firm. He's married to a lady named Lisa Malone. This is the alleged people who y'all think is Junior's godparents. The people that y'all think is Junior's godparents is actually Krishan's stepmother and her biological father. The reason that Krishan told Blueface that this is the reason Krishan told Blueface that her godfather molested her. Krishan she told Blue that her godfather molested her in an attempt of keeping Blue from talking to this man. Because in actuality, Krishan is an informant. Krishan is providing information to, I don't know if it's the FBI, I don't know if it's the DEA. That's the part I'm trying to figure out. Because I know it's at a state level, but I'm trying to see if it's at a federal level. I'm not aware if this is at a federal level yet. Krishan is a state level pig. And this is how I know she's a state level pig. Krishan has a brother named Eugene. Eugene is sitting in prison somewhere in Maryland, one of these Maryland state prisons, and he got 22 years. He be calling every day trying to get money.
Africa had never been impressed with Obama's approach. You know, we realized we'd learned Obama's a queer married to a man who dresses as a woman. We'd all learned that. It's not common knowledge, you know, that
Michelle Obama's a man.
Of course. You don't know that?
I didn't know that, no.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joan Rivers mentioned it publicly. And
It's a lot going on. I'm telling you, a lot. Okay, there's a lot of secrets and new information and wild things happening in this world. Like, it's crazy.
she was dead 2 weeks later, by the way.
You think?
Oh, yes.
They axed her, eh?
They axed her, yeah. So that's common knowledge. You can look it up on any internet thing.
I'm sure.
And, yeah, Michelle Obama's a man.
And another thing, it's so crazy because if you guys don't know who Joan Rivers is, she actually made the same, I don't want to call them allegations, but she was saying the same thing about Michelle Obama, and she mysteriously is not here with us anymore. So I don't know, like, clearly there is some truth to these stories that people are coming out with.
Obviously, they've got, got pictures of her in tracksuits with a 9-inch slong hanging down her leg. It's a leg. Anyway.
Yeah, this is recording. So I just saw the alien and I've recorded it on my TV with a tripod because I recorded on that camera and I can't get it off the disc. So that's the way I had to do it. This is just using a normal camera. Okay.
Can you come out of the grass? No, it ran away. Let me try and zoom in. Holy crap.
Wow.
What do you want? What the fuck?
Is it real though?
I'm extremely confused. You're confused? I'm fucking confused, bro.
So I brought my AI glasses to the Church of Scientology to see the world through the eyes of AI. Let's go by the building. I don't know, bro. There's always something weird going on over here. Like, they need to be canceled, bro. I don't know.
The AI glasses really do this?
Like,
Like,
having these
for real?
on creeps me out, bro. I'm out of here.
When you put them on? Is that how that works?
Yeah, and people say this is regular snow. Yeah, that's fire. I'm throwing freaking snowballs at it.
That's not snow. Mm-mm.
Willow, and Jaden. Meet the Smiths, y'all. Alright, now before I get with this breakdown, I want to preface this. My decodings are not for everybody. Meaning, if you don't understand supreme mathematics, then you can't and will not understand what I'm throwing out here. See, our ancestors had taught us that life is a game. And game is all about numbers, right? Like the Matrix code. The green screen of illusion, it's all numbers. Numbers follow us everywhere. Your social security, your driver's license number, your license plate, your VIN, your address. Numbers follow us because we are numbers, which is sacred geometry that decided to manifest itself through these hydrocarbon body, and when it did, it took on the shape of the number 5. You see, the number 5 looks like a child in the fetal position, which is when it's in the womb. This is sacred geometry. That's why we got a song called I Got 5 on It. So if you don't understand supreme mathematics, meaning everything is numbers, everything has a code, and everything is encoded, then my decodings will go over your head. And if and when it does, I want you to step back and think about this. You don't have to comment anything. If you have nothing nice to say, you don't have to say anything at all. You could keep it moving. This type of content is for my woke Wakandan brothers and sisters. So you have will, which is the will of God. Okay, the will of God is the sun, because when you break down the word will, you get we and El. The word we means we, right, like us, and then El is short for Elohim, which means many gods. Now, if you're familiar with the Bible, particularly the Ezekiel story, they depict as God is a wheel within a wheel, like will. That's why you write a will before you pass away, because you're about to meet will, which is God, the wheel within the wheel. And depending where you're from, people can say wheel or will. So the will of God is low, and the Son of God, which is the will of God, now it's in the house. Now, a lot of people were confused as to why Jaden Smith's head is inside of this castle. Well, when you break down the word castle, you have the word cast El, which means to cast light. If you zoom in into his face, we see what appears to be sun rays coming out of his face. Not just any sun rays, the black sun rays, the black sun. Why? Because the real sun is here, the black sun. That is the real sun, which, if you guys know about the black sun, it is the heartbeat, it is the battery of Earth that's coming back to life. So it's here, it's in the house now. That's why Jaden Smith gives you 34. Now, to the people that have been following me for a while, 34 is what? Graduation. We're graduating. I've been telling you guys this. How many felony counts was Trump found guilty of? 34. 3 plus 4 gives you 7. 7 is the number of spiritual completion, which gives you the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity. Coincidentally enough, Will Smith just dropped a video with Big Sean where he starred in The Matrix, which Trinity is a player in The Matrix. The Holy Trinity. When the Holy Trinity is activated, you get what's called plasmoids. That's why they've been talking about the plasmoids. That's in the ethers now. That's here. Willow Smith gives you 43, which mirrors 34, showing you that the will was low, now it's in the house. The spiritual world is mirroring the physical world, because we know the melanated goddess is the creator of the spiritual world, because melanin is magic. That's why when you add up 3 plus 4, it gives you 7, spiritual perfection. And when you add up 4 plus 3, it gives you 7, spiritual perfection. So 7 plus 7 gives you 14. Y'all remember what the number 14 gave you? God, blacks, Satan. And remember, the 14th Amendment is only attributed to us. And you see them wearing all black. So you've got 7, 7, 7. Which is the Holy Trinity. When you get the Holy Trinity, you get graduation. And when graduation happens, you get the plasmoids. So 7 times 3 gives you 21. And the reason why that's important is because when you look at Will Smith over here, it looks like he's got something on his tux. Let's zoom in. Now, this is what his tux says. His tux says Je t'aime, which means I love you in French. Now, the etymology of French means freeman. Like free men that's coming to free the men, the true men. Remember Truman Show, Truman Freeman? Now the reason why that's important is because Je t'aime gives you 21. Remember the 7 times 3? 21 also gives you Saturn. Saturn, because Saturn rules the age of Aquarius, all right? Which is the age of truth. That's why everybody's finding out who we are, even our people. Y'all surprised, huh? Also gives you love, because we have to love ourselves. That's why his lapel says Je t'aime. Through love, finding ourselves, we will evolve, we will ascend. Y'all see that, right? So this is why Jaden Smith 34 gives you graduation, and Willow, which is the will of God that is low, it's in the house, mirrors with 43, meaning completion. It's here. So the White House is about to turn into what they always, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's get it. That's why I told you guys Donald Trump is here to dismantle and destroy this illegal governmental system that was enacted here in the first place. All right. Will of God gives you 42. What else gives you 42? Donald John, which is Donald's first and middle name. And even his middle and last name gives you 42. Remember, 42 42, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is the answer to the universe. Remember that, right? And Donald John Trump gives you 66. And he is what? The 60th president, which is what? 666, which is carbon, which is melanin. And carbon, hydrocarbon, neuromelanin is what? Is God. That's why he said he was saved by God, and he vows to bring in the golden age. And this is the celebration here. That's why they were in the bathroom stall, because the energy was stalling, but not no more. It's here now. No more stalling. So yes, y'all, the energy is here, and a lot of you guys say y'all can feel it. Now y'all may ask, why does Will Smith give you 30? Because he represents the Holy Trinity. He represents the mother, father, and child energy, which is Isis Ra'el, which is the unification of the mental, the spiritual, and the astral world, right? God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. This is what's happening. But let me know what you guys think about this video. I do these decodings, y'all. Follow me on my YouTube for more decodings like this. And if you yourself are looking for a personal decoding, let me know. DM me. This is what I do. We all have a code here. What is your code? What are you here to do? But until then, let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Interesting.
Someone please tell me what this is called. Watch this building right here. See how I back away and it's getting bigger? Like, what is going on? And then I get closer and it gets smaller. It's more interesting when you see it from this angle. Ready? All of a sudden it's like growing. And then I get closer.
That's so weird.
It's got to have something to do with the perspective, I guess, where it takes up more of my window, so it looks like it's bigger. I don't know. What is it called?
What is that called? Or is it the windows? Like, is it the design?
Since this app is getting banned, fuck it. Hydrating yourself, you have to drink food coloring. If you have a headache, you need to eat food coloring. If you want a mouthwash, you have to mouthwash with food coloring. Brush your teeth with food coloring. Sweat less with food coloring. Wash your body with food coloring. In America, this should only be acetaminophen. But only here do we add all of these extra random ingredients to the concoction. Always food coloring. Dye your hair with food coloring. Wash your clothes with words that none of us can even read. Snack on food coloring. Multiple food colorings, of course. We can drink microplastics. When you break down everything in this aisle, it's just oil, salt, and some sort of carbohydrate mixed with a ton of hyperpalatable ingredients that are no good for you. If you need energy drinks, there's something underlying that's wrong. Or candy, same thing for children until you get older and understand the effects on gut health. Cookies are actually not even real food. It's just sugar and junk. Now they're even freeze-drying our candy to make us think it's better for us. If you actually look at the ingredients on these versus these, they're the exact same. Eat some foaming Skittles. Nuts and seeds could and would be good for you if you didn't buy them in America, because this should be a cashew with rosemary and sea salt. But it's a cashew with sugar, peanut oil, silicone dioxide, anti-caking agents. Like, what are we doing? So out of this entire aisle, you have regular almonds. Everything else is not even food. You have one option. Same thing, your crackers, your snacks, your cookies, your chips, no option. Imagine if everyone in the world knew, wow, that's the only healthy thing in this entire aisle. We have turned actual fruits and vegetables into juice drinks, stripping them of a majority of their nutrients. You see, proudly baked in the USA. Of course it was, because it's going to contain a bunch of food coloring. We're in another aisle of just food coloring, grains, and oils. I mean, this one's so colorful it's crazy, but it cools your mouth. Wonder what ingredient they're using over here to cool our mouth. That's right, probably banned ingredients. You got your yummy non-omega-3 fatty acid oils, which yes, you need omega-6 and omega-9, that's normal, but they use that and all the other things that have the bad ingredients. We have Jell-O, which is going to contain maltodextrin, acesulfame, aspartame, and food coloring. But remember, it's because it's an American company. So you can see, American company, sucralose, HFCS, high fructose corn syrup. So here's where it comes together. You have Heinz, an American company. There's your HFCS again. And you come over to the ketchup and there's your HFCS again. But here you go again, and there you go again. Some of the foods over here are engineered so good that other brands can't wait to get a part of it. But remember, they're always American companies, selling to Americans things that are banned in other countries. So based on everything that you've just seen, with boxes of corn syrup, end caps of supposedly edible, do you really think they're banning it because it's a national security risk? Yeah, imagine everybody walked down the grocery store aisle and didn't buy a single one of these foods because they knew that only the large corporations can afford to be sitting on the end cap, because then they can be loaded with a bunch of ingredients that aren't good for you as a human, because they're all just creating different forms of the same thing. So why would all of these companies in the United States of America want an app banned in the United States of America? I think you know the answer to that question. See you on my other platforms, I guess.
That's crazy. All that food on those shelves, and it's all bad. All bad for you.
When you realize the world is a little bit odd.
Went outside to prove my point, and this is over my house right now. What is that?
This is a video of the Morris County drones with characteristic triangle lights on the back or underneath.
My wife and I were driving.
When I say they added 1,000 years to everything, this is what I mean. 1851 AD, but the ones don't match. They're not cut out the same. The V is a U, or the U is a V. That's Roman. This was built in the 1st century, 85 AD. Okay? And this does not weather. This is weather-resistant stone. Those ones do not match. All these old banks used to be temples, all right? They veneer over these and adjust the dates on the front. They added 1,000 years to it on that date right there. One date, one number adjusted throws off the timeline for the whole entire city. This is one block over. These were all old temples, all right? And I'm gonna show you guys who are the ones that reset it, because there's another one right here. That's your next one right there. So this is Franklin Plaza in Troy. This is an old building that was a temple that got converted into Franklin Plaza. You see how that says number 33 right there, 1931, and then ones are edited on each side, cut in there? Somebody should get a $250 fine for that. That says number 33. This is right on Grand Street. That's because before this was Franklin Plaza. This is where your 33-degree Grandmaster stayed. None of you are going to be able to bait me on this, I promise you. And all these temples are going to be Masonic lodges. This literally says Albany Lodge number 49. This is right on State Street in Albany. There's your Ether Center right there. Here's another national commercial bank. This used to be an ancient temple. These are all Egyptian, Roman, Babylonian temples. Your Roman emperors were the Egyptian pharaohs. All the Roman gods, all your Greek gods, all the Egyptian gods, those are all pagan demons. They're the fallen angels. They tell you this in your Bible. Same thing goes with the Hindu gods. They're all fallen. This date says 1895. That 9 used to be a 0. That 8 is a fish that's facing downward. That's because that's the tribe of Dagon. That's who these people are worshiping. These are high-level, organized, ranked Luciferians. That's your Templar flag right here. This is right down the street from Lodge Street. I'm gonna walk you down it. This guy keeps bothering me. I don't know what's up with him. Those are Templar shields right there. All these churches are Masonic. This is a giant Mason hall. You see it right in the window. This is on Lodge Street. Those are Solomon's pillars. All these buildings were built by Solomon. See how it says Albany City Hall? That's because these are literally temple halls, all built by Solomon. This is where you pay your temple tax to. These are the same temples that Samson ripped down in your Bible and Jesus went into and flipped the tables. These are all old temples. They got turned into court appeals and the courthouse. These are the temple courts that Jesus went into and drove these people out for trading and stealing in there, because these are supposed to be houses of prayer. This is all in Matthew 13. Here's your grounding rod to stop the building from having the active electric field. This all runs up to one of them peaks. Home Savings Bank, it says it was founded 1871. Flat out lie. You could see the temple. It starts right here. That's the top of it. They built on top of it, this whole entire structure. Look at all the men on these doors right here. They're all Masons. I don't care what race you are or what tribe you're from. They all had Masons in them. Look at this. We got Native Americans, all kinds of people up in here. There's the founding fathers up there. They were all Masons.
What did you think of the new documentary about President Macron that suggests that Brigitte, his wife, is really Emmanuel Macron's dad? A friend of the show, Candace Owens, has some really compelling points. She's done her research.
This has been debunked
If you see some
globally.
of the photos, I don't know, I'm pretty divided on it. I've always been obsessed with them as a couple because she's like this lanky 80-year-old woman, and he's like this miniature French little man.
He's
it's
a
quite funny.
Tall midget.
Yeah, with a massive Napoleon complex. But yeah, I think Macron's got bigger issues than being married to his dad.
Well,
That's the crazy thing.
He's got bigger issues than being married to his
I think
dad.
he does.
Sorry.
Excuse me, have you got respect? I asked her to excuse me.
We're not moving.
I asked her to excuse me.
And she said no, so now
Let
you
go
go
of
around
me,
the other way.
please.
Sir, she said no, so you go around
I
the other
don't
way.
care. She don't control my passage anywhere, okay? She don't belong to me. She doesn't own me. Excuse me, I've asked you several times.
What you're doing at the moment, you're
I've asked you several times.
You're assaulting someone, sir. You're
I've
assaulting
asked you
someone.
several times, please. I've asked you nicely.
You've not been provoked.
Go down that way.
Yes, and you can go around and
I've
get
asked
your
her several times nicely.
She said no.
She doesn't have the right to say no.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Excuse me. I want to get past here.
You can go around, madam. There's
No, I'm not going round. You move.
What are they doing? No.
Well, I'll just knock you out of the way with my trolley then.
You do what you must do, madam, but we're here to make a protest and make a point, okay? You need to realise you're assaulting.
bananas look like. And bananas have seeds. They actually have seeds all throughout. But this is real bananas, God's given bananas. And this is the bananas that you guys buy. Genetically modified. You know, obviously it's just not real. Big difference. God,
I never knew
Satan.
bananas were supposed to have seeds.
We out here on vacation in the Bahamas, another beautiful day. Check it out, check it out. Boom. I want to talk to y'all for a minute about the power of perception. You see, there's a lot that goes in to being a hot social media content provider. For instance, y'all think I got time to go on vacation? No. I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I haven't looked like this good in years. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. You know what? This ain't even real blue screen. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
Unfortunately, yeah, nothing is real.
The pure, spotless blood of God. And Hesed was performed.
Sorry about that, guys. I know that was extremely uncomfortable to watch, but we're going to talk about this pastor named Kenneth Copeland. This is a short clip taken from one of his sermons, and this clip made a lot of people uncomfortable. In fact, so much so that people are starting to say that he's possessed by a demon himself. If you look into his eyes and feel the vibe here, I can totally understand why people are saying that. But it might surprise you to know that Kenneth Copeland is actually an extremely wealthy pastor with a net worth of around $750 million. For some perspective, this is what Kenneth Copeland's mansion looks like. You can see it's ridiculously large. But the clip that I showed you is not the only one that has people thinking he might be possessed, or at the very least, an evil mastermind. This super popular clip where he was being interviewed about why he purchased a private jet is also one that people commonly reference. Now, I'm not a big believer in demonic possessions or things like that, but after watching this clip, who knows? Maybe I could be a believer. In any event, what do you guys think about it? Is he just passionate about his job, or do you think there's something more sinister going on at play?
Definitely something more sinister.
So I just saw that the U.S. Senate passed a bill yesterday declaring the bald eagle the national bird of the United States. What? Has it not always been? Is this like some news headline from 1782? Whatever this timeline multiverse simulation game is, I'm done playing it.
Alright, so I'm going to show y'all the craziest stuff about numbers you probably never heard. Each number has a code and a pattern. The pattern is the code. We're going to start off at 1. Oh, and each number has a partner. 1 is paired with 8. I'm going to show you how. You'll see. But 2 goes with 7, 3 go with 6, 4 and 5 go together. So the code for 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's repeated forever. Because as you can see, it goes 10, 11, 12, 13, you know. 10 is 1, 11 is 2, 12 is 3, 13 is 4. So it's still just counting up 1, 2, 3, 4 when you get it to the single root of the number. All right, now let's check out 2's code. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 10 is 1, 12 is 3, 14 is 5, 16 is 7, 18 is 9. So it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And it's repeated forever. So when you get to number 3, things get a little different. So in the number 1 and 2, you hit all 9 digits when you keep adding on with that number. The number 3 only goes 3, 6, 9, and that pattern is repeated forever. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, which is 1 plus 2 equals 3, 1 plus 5 equals 6, 1 plus 8 equals 9. 21, 24, 27, 3, 6, 9. 30, 33, 36, 3, 6, 9. And you've heard of this as being 369, key to the universe. Now, when you get to the number 4, it takes a funky pattern. 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9. 4, 8, 12. 12 is 3, 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 20 is 2, 6, 1, 5, 9. And this goes on forever. The next number is 40. Then it's 44, which is 8. 48, which is 12, which is 3. 52, which is 7. 56, which is 11, which is 2. 60, which is 6. 64, which is 10, which is 1. 68, which is 5. The 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. 72, which is 9. That's the same pattern as it started with. Now let's check out the code to 5. The code to 4 was 483726159. All right, so now let's check out the code to 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 5, 1, 10 is 1, 15 is 6, 20 is 2, 25 is 7, 30 is 3, 35 is 8, 40 is 4, 45 is 9. Then it starts over 50, which is 5, which that's the number we started with. And you'll see that it goes 5, 1, 55 is 10, which is 1, 60, which is 6, 65, which is 11, which is 2, 70, 7, 75, which is 3, because 75 is 12, which is 1 plus 2 is 3, 8, 4, 9. Now when we get to 6, you see it goes 6, 12, 18. 6, 12 is 3, 18 is 9, 6, 3, 9. Now we remember 3 was 3, 6, 9, 6 is 6, 3, 9, 24, 30, 36, 2 and 4 is 6, 30 is 3, 36 is 9. All right, now let's look at 7. Remember I told you each number got a pair. 7 is paired with 2. 2 counted up by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Then it counts up from odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and that's repeated. Now watch what 7 does. 7, 14, which is 5, 21, which is 3, 28, which is 10, which is 1, 35, which is 8, 6, which is 42, which is 6, 49, which is 4, because 4 plus 9 is 13, 1 plus 3 equals 4, 56 is 11, which is 2, and then 63, which is 9. That's the whole cipher. Then it continues. 70, which is 7, 5, 77 is 14, 1 plus 4 is 5, 84 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, 91, 1 plus 9 is 10, 98, 9 plus 8 is 8, 105 is 6, 112 is 4, 119 is 2, 126 is 9. So the code to 7 is 753186429. As you can see, it's counting down by 2. 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 4, 2, 9. Now I know you're probably thinking like, man, so if 1 is paired with 8, that would mean that 8 is going to have to be the reverse of 1, because 1 is just counting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how is 8 going to just count down? Let's see. 8, 16, which is 7, 24, which is 6, 32, which is 5, 40, which is 4, 48, which is 12, which is 3, 56, which is 11, which is 2, 64, which is 10, which is 1, 72, which is 9. And it continues. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9. And that's why 8 is infinity. And then every number has a pair except 9. And you see every cipher ends with 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 3, 6, 9. 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9. 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9. 6, 3, 9. 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 4, 2, 9. Then, of course, 8 is counting down from 8, which is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9. It still ends in 9. So if 9 has no number attached to it, will it end in 9? Well, we know it starts at 9 because it's 9. 9 plus 18, 9. 27, 9. 36, 9. 45, 9. 54, 9. 63, 9. 72, 9. 81, 9. 90, then 99. 9 plus 9 is 18. 1 plus 8, 9. 108, 9. 117, 9. 126, 9 is forever. 9 forever. This numerical system is so perfect, and it just proves that you're always supposed to simplify every number to a single digit, because it proves a certain pattern that God shows. And I'm gonna have to do another video because it's already like over 7 minutes long, but I'm gonna show y'all how the Fibonacci sequence makes everything in the physical nature, and it doesn't use the numbers 3, 6, 9, because those are the spiritual numbers. But we'll get to that in another video. If you watched all the way this far, just make sure you follow, like, share, everything. My last account got banned. I think I was just spreading too much truth. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all just follow me, support me, get me back up. I'm starting all the way over. I got like 3 followers right now.
Normally, there are 3 lines in the hands. If you look at your hand and under mine, if you look under my fingers, that's the heart line. That deals with the mental affections of the person, okay? And normally it starts with, there's a place where it starts and there's a place where it ends. Now, the one line that most people start with, and I'll use my hand as an example, is around here, going around the ball of the thumb, is called the lifeline. That denotes the vitality of the person, or how well they've kept their digestive tract in shape, all right? And normally it will go all the way around and off sometimes to the curve, okay? So for example, so that's a vitality. That line in the center, that's the headline. That to me is the most important line to look for. So I don't care how attractive you look. That's why Napoleon says the face may deceive, but the hand never, because if that line is any out of its normal track, it tells me that the person in front of me is not normal mentally. That's why they call it the headline, the one in the center. So there are 2 ways where it goes. Each of the lines have a place where they start, and each of the lines have a place where they end. And that's the most important thing. Anything other than that, I don't get accusatory, but I'll just say that's not normal. Then I leave well enough alone while I'm ahead. You see what I'm saying? So there's all kind of ways you do this. So the headline represents the mentality of the person in front of you, okay? If it's going slightly straight, it means a head for business. If it's curving downward, it means a love toward the arts. So have a person's where both the headline and the heart line starts off as one, okay? And then as the person grows, then they begin to shape their own individuality. Your headline is separate, widely separate from your lifeline. So it tells me you came out the gate of life already with a mind of your own. That's what that tells me. Yeah, Mom, Dad, I love you, but I got this. That's what that says, okay? And so sometimes it's when lines are widely separated like that, it means you're independent, always have your own mind, your own way of thinking, and things of that nature. But if your headline, the rule of thumb, it should be slightly spaced. See, if you look at mine, I got a slight space. You got a wide space. So I know trying to tell you something to do, there has been some resistance.
That's crazy. I didn't know that there was
a lot of people wonder
something called palm tree.
Dinosaurs existed when mankind existed. Well, in my opinion, here's the evidence. You can see this looks almost like a stegosaurus.
Yeah.
You can see with the meat on its bones, which means whoever made this knew what it looked like, okay? One thing I found from a lot of these ancient cultures, they always draw what they saw or what they knew. Nobody just said, one day I'm going to have a fantasy of making a dinosaur.
Yes.
So, even if they saw the bones, how would they get the structure right with this kind of muscle and everything else? Yeah. Because they probably saw it. And you can find dinosaurs at Göbekli Tepe in Turkey on the stone columns. And a lot of different other places around the world, you'll find ancient sites with depictions of dinosaurs exactly how they looked in ancient times, which means that 65 million years ago, yes, something probably happened and dinosaurs became almost extinct. But because other animals survived, we know that possibly some of these dinosaurs also survived. And the evidence can be found at temples like this at Tao Prom and many other places around the world.
You ever wonder, what is it that we're looking for in life? What is it that we're actually after? Let's say when the sun rises, what becomes our purpose? What does it actually mean? Because you see, when the sun goes down, what is it that's expected of us? What type of energy at that point is in
The more and more I see videos like this, the more and more I realize that you can't really eat nothing that these grocery stores are offering, because all the food is poisonous, all the food is bad, all the food has something wrong with it. It's crazy. Like, there is literally nothing that I feel in the grocery stores that is healthy, that you can eat, that is gonna make you feel good. Literally all the food is processed, all the food is terrible, 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 terrible. And the more and more I see these videos, it's just like, damn, I can't eat that no more. Damn, I can't eat that no more. Like, it's crazy.
Let me tell y'all a true story. Beast Up and watch this video to the end. Portals showing up everywhere. TikTok. This is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing to see here. Everything is okay. What the? Where the hell did that guy come from? Shh. Shut up. You haven't seen nothing yet. Come on. Nothing to see here. Just something flying in the sky. Oh, really? What? Shh. Shut up. Where is it going? That's the real question. Abracadabra. Ah! Come on. Look, guys, look. No. No. This can't be real. What is that? Hidden portals in the mountains. Let's get back to this, man. So this is how you make a portal? Oh, what the hell is this, guys? Oh, this is getting out of hand.
If you ever see a portal, an open portal, please don't go through it, okay? Please, I'm begging you. It's not something that you want to play with. Do your research, please.
No! Stop playing with me, son. And guess what, guys? It's not even over. Come on. Look, guys. A portal in Michigan. And that's not the first one. Shh. What is going on out here? Oh, my God. It's not a game. Come on. Can't forget about New York City. This is insane, guys. Remember? Shh. Shut up. This is wild. I'm playing with me, son. TikTok. This is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know where the hell these portals are coming from. It's not a game, guys. Oh, yeah? It's not in your city yet? Not yet. Get ready. Remember? The 4+1 GTs? Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here. Actually, I'm tired of this, to be honest with you. But I'll tell you one thing. If I'm ever walking anywhere and I see a portal and somebody comes out of it, you better go back in, my mans.